Adam Smith of Sky has gone on record and said that the Ted Cheeseman card where he took on Sergio Garcia in a step up in class was not good enough, and it was not of a high standard for the customers of Sky. Rumours have been flying about how Sky are kind of sceptical about the deal between Matchroom and DAZN in the US, and it has been said that Sky are putting pressure on Eddie to deliver and provide Sky with the best fights there is, and not save them for his venture with DAZN in the US, after some UK fighters have ventured out to the US to fight on that platform, including Callum Johnson and Rocky Fielding, and now Anthony Joshua looks set to head over to America for his debut in the next fight against Jarrell Miller. So while these fights will be on Sky, it will be at 4 or 5 PM in the morning, and not prime time for UK fans, and Sky will not have claims to the rights of sales in the US, so it will possibly be out of pocket because of those fights. There won't be as many people watching at that time in the morning as there will be at 10 PM. As I said, it will not be at prime time in the UK. So where does that leave Sky? Well, it still leaves them with a strong position and strong upcoming shows, but this recent turn of events has probably made them wary of how much emphasis is put on Sky shows compared to DAZN. Now, I am not putting Eddie Hearn down, because he works incredibly hard and obviously he has ambition and aspirations to build his company into a global brand, so I would never say that there is anything wrong with that. But it is understandable that Sky are getting a little worried that shows on Sky may not be as strong as those on DAZN. In addition, I think it will only be a matter of time before DAZN make their way to the UK, which will spell trouble for Sky because they have the possibility that Eddie Hearn will work with them going forward and leave Sky in the dark, and taking the fighters with him, except Anthony Joshua, who is contracted to Sky. But possibly by the time this happens, then Joshua's Sky contract will be up, I reckon. So not only will Sky lose their whole roster of fighters on their platform, they will also have new competition in DAZN. Because DAZN are not just in America, they are in Italy and Spain, so they are making their way through Europe, with 8 shows in each country. So eventually they will make their way to the UK, but it will be timely, I think. They possibly will wait for Anthony Joshua to end his contract with Sky, and then try and sign him, making that their first deal in the UK, which I think would be a good strategy for them, but still it will leave Sky in the dark. But again, this is kind of bad for Sky, but the thing I always think of is the fighters. It is great for the fighters because they have a new platform in the UK, and Sky will have to pay more for fighters if they want to keep them, so obviously that will benefit the fighters. I don't really want Sky to lose boxing, but again, it is good for the fighters. I think it would be a shame if Sky lost boxing, but again, we have so many platforms in the UK now. We have ITV, Channel 5, we have BT, we have Sky, and possibly DAZN coming. So, I mean, there is plenty of platforms for fighters to get on. It's just who they sign with, and whether Sky can keep going with this new competition. Because not only is DAZN a direct competition, they will possibly take a lot of the fighters off of Sky who are signed to Matchroom through Eddie Hearn. So obviously Sky are a bit sceptical about Eddie Hearn and his dealings with DAZN going forward. But Sky have made a deal with BT to share content, and also I think you could see like promotional companies like Cyclone backed by Barry McGuigan and even Frank Warren shows being back on Sky if Eddie Hearn were to move over to DAZN, if DAZN do come to the UK, which I think is imminent at some point. So guys, what do you think of this? How would you feel about Sky losing boxing, possibly losing out to DAZN also, which is an app-based format? So obviously you pay your monthly subscription like Netflix and get all the fights within that month. No box office and no pay-per-view. Would you prefer that, or would you rather that the boxing stayed on Sky? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you guys.